Now, an intersection in northwest Tucson will stay closed throughout the weekend after more than a dozen power poles were toppled down or damaged due to a microburst earlier today. And tonight, power is back up for thousands of people. Thankfully, as all of this happening on the heels of the hottest day of the year so far. More on that in just a second with Matt. But first, taking a closer look at the TEP outage map. We can see that right now it appears more than 100 households are still without electricity near that I-10 area, I-10 and Ina area, and that's where we find News for Tucson's Jafet Serrato. Jafet, it does sound like crews have their work cut out for them now.
Monica, Ina Road in between Shannon Road and Mona Lisa Road is still closed tonight, and the Northwest Fire District says you should anticipate this road being closed through Sunday morning. And even when it does reopen, you should expect also some travel restrictions here while TEP crews clean up all this mess left behind here from this storm event. I got a chance to meet two people who live around here. One says he witnessed these power lines falling on some cars, while the other says their home was toastier than usual.
I had the fan on, and well, you know how the sound of when there's no power and it goes out of the house, it just went zoom.
Luis Mirales is describing the moment he lost power Friday at his home on Tucson's northwest side. He heard the wind blowing pretty strong around Ina and Shannon roads, and when he went outside,
that's when I seen like at least a good 5 power line posts at least onto the ground.
And a couple of cars were entangled in this dangerous mess. The Northwest Fire District tells us that 2 people got hurt when the poles snapped.
I seen people under the power lines that were trapped in the cars still. The fire station right here immediately went out to start helping people out.
While Tucson Electric Power was working to restore the power, drivers were forced to turn around for road closures. And that was not the only headache for people in this area.
I was taking a nap and I woke up to my TV off, the fans off. So I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Ivy Maynard and 4,000 other TEP customers Friday afternoon were forced to find ways to cool down while power is knocked out from this weather-related incident.
Just kept everything closed up.
As for Luis Mirales and his family, he says they were well taken care of while TEP crews worked on restoring the power.
Just gonna get the generator, that's where I'm just connected to the house, and just at least to try to get air.
News for Tucson is trying to find out how badly those 2 people got hurt from these power lines falling down. A TEP spokesperson says they're trying to restore power as quick as possible tonight. The company does not anticipate having to call the county to set up any sort of cooling centers. Live on the northwest side, Jafet Serrato, News for Tucson.
All right, thank you, Jafet and Matt. We can't help but think about